A divorce is very complicated. Like, it's not so bad if you get divorced to someone who's reasonable. But often the reason that you're getting divorced is that one or the other or both of you aren't that reasonable. That might mean is that you might be negotiating with someone whose basic goal is to make sure that you don't have another day of success in the next 20 years. And if that's their goal, they will attain it. And there's lots of ways people do that, and they usually do it by holding their children hostage. And people will definitely do that. They do it all the time. So you want to avoid that. And then, of course, it's hard on the relationship you have with your children. And those are probably the most important relationships you have in your life. It might be parents, might be siblings, might be your partner, might be your kids. But I think when it comes right down to it, your parents are old, and so are you. Your kids aren't. And they're just as close. Plus, they need you. And so you start twisting and messing that about, boy, it's hard on your psyche. It's hard on the kids, too. What I would say is, don't make the kind of mistakes that get you into such a stupid relationship to begin with. Because that's the answer to that question. And the way you do that is by trying not to delude yourself any more than is absolutely necessary. And that means when you're in the damn relationship, tell the person the truth and try to figure out what the truth is for you. And don't put up with any nonsense and stand up for yourself. And also aim towards the good. If you do all those things, then your relationship is probably going to work. If you're trying to do all those things, really, and you have a partner that will not do that, then leave. But it's a rare person who won't do that if they're stepped along the way properly and they learn how to do it. Now, not everyone's like that, because you do run into some people who are basically devoted towards mayhem. But usually a person is a balance of striving for the good and messing about in the hell. And you're both like that when you start a relationship and you try to tilt it towards the good. And then you won't run into that problem. But you have to do that right from the beginning of the relationship. It doesn't take that much to corrupt a relationship so that it's not really salvageable. Enough mistakes, 3 or 4 acts of infidelity, you're done. You're not going to come back from that because the fundamental element of trust has been removed. And then you can't communicate with the person because you don't know if they're telling you the truth, and then you don't know if you're dealing with reality. And if you're not dealing with reality with your partner, it's like, good luck fixing that. It's like you're working on a ghost car, the real one is sitting in the shop with the motor out, It's not going to get you anywhere. So a lot of the issue is don't get in the trouble to begin with. If you are in the trouble, well, then you try to straighten yourself out and see if you can fix it. If you can't, your options aren't great. And it depends on the particularities of the situation. I know I have people that I counsel, it's like, leave that person. And the rule is, they're lying to you, they aren't aiming up, and you won't be able to tolerate being with them for 10 years without becoming resentful, alcoholic, and homicidal. So that's a bad outcome. There's nothing you can do to avoid it, so you might as well leave. You have to have that sorted out. It has to be the truth, because it's no fun. It's no good to leave someone who's struggling in the lurch. You think, I'm with this person, they're not going anywhere, maybe they have an alcohol problem, and they're resentful, but I'm all they've got. They bloody well better want to help to fix that, because you're not going to be able to fix it. All that'll happen is you'll end up in the same place. Now, if they really want to fix it, more than anything, and they're willing to tell the truth about it, and willing to interact with you, then there's a ghost of a chance you might pull through it. But it's very hard to fix someone, and it's really hard to fix someone who does not want to be fixed. And there's lots of people like that. I can tell you what's happened since the divorce laws got liberalized. First thing that happens is that all of you are going to be divorced at about the same rate as people would have 30 years ago. Because rich people still get married, and they generally don't get divorced. Poor people do not get married, and that's like 60% of the population, and it's ramping up quick. And there's no evidence whatsoever that's anything but catastrophic. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't some single parents who are doing a stellar job. Obviously there are, and there's some married parents that do a terrible job. That's not the issue. The issue is the bulk of the evidence, and the bulk of the evidence strongly suggests that children who are raised with two parents do better. I've been married a long time. It's just about 26 years now, and I've noticed a bunch of things about marriage. One is, two brains are better than one. And so if you actually communicate with your partner, because they're not like you, like when you're being stupid in a typically feminine way, say, or a typically masculine way, even though it's extremely annoying, and they can help you make decisions, and they're a good place to confess, and it's really helpful when you're trying to figure out how to discipline children, so that you're not a pathetic milksop who lets them run all over you, or some tyrant who likes to beat them with a stick when they sneeze. Hopefully you find some pleasant middle ground in there, and it's a lot easier to do that with two people than with one. And then they can spell you off when you're exhausted. Particularly useful if you have small children, because you will be exhausted when you have small. Plus, the narrative of your life has continuity. And that's nice. And if your home is set up properly, it's actually a pleasure to go to it. It is a buttress against the chaotic and uncaring external world, because the external world in many ways doesn't give a damn about it. So if you go home and it's set up reasonably well, it's, hey, you've got somewhere to belong. Divorce is a low resolution, high impact solution, because it just tears a chunk of that hierarchy out and throws it away. It's gonna hurt you. So then you think, what might you do instead of that? And the real answer is solve the damn problems as they arise. And that's hard, and it requires drilling down. It really requires drilling down. So one of the things I want to build, for example, which I haven't built yet, it's going to be like this future authoring thing that you guys do. I want to build a problem-solving matrix for couples. Because here's how not to get divorced from your wife. Figure out how to set the table properly. Now, what does that mean? It's really complicated. It's who's going to cook? When are they going to cook? Why are they cooking? How should you respond to it? Who buys groceries? What are the groceries going to be? Who's going to put them away? How do you say thanks when someone does something for you in the domestic environment? And what's happened, and this is part of the death of God, roughly speaking, is that the roles are gone. And what that means is you better be awake, because it turns out that running a kitchen in a house is unbelievably complicated and difficult. And so you have to negotiate how to do it.